Hey guys, what is up? It's Antonio. Welcome back to another episode here on Gladiator Disc Golf. I'm super excited about today's video because today we're reviewing a disc I've never thrown before. Up until this video, I've never gotten my hands on a mint Freetail. And today we're looking at 3 Freetails. So according to Infinite Discs, the flight numbers for the Freetail are 10, 6, -3, 2. I'm pretty surprised by those flight numbers initially because I thought of the Freetail kind of like a Roadrunner. And so an understable 9-speed, that's always what I thought in my head. But I think according to the flight numbers and according to the measurements, it has a 2-centimeter rim or 20 millimeters, if I did that math correctly. These are a little bit flatter than I was expecting, especially with 6 Glide. I was expecting a disc with a little bit more dome. You know, that's pretty much all there is to say about the disc physically, besides the fact that they're absolutely gorgeous. Let's go ahead and let's see how they fly. Now, one thing, as you're probably seeing with my shirt here, is that we have a pretty strong left to right wind, so that's going to affect the fly of the disc a little bit. But as I've been warming up here and getting comfortable with these, I will say they do hold up fairly well in a crosswind. Obviously in a headwind they're going to turn over a little bit more, but man, they absolutely bomb in a tailwind. So these discs are definitely going to be understable, and I'm really excited to show you guys just how well they fly. The backhand is not my strength, and so that's why these Freetails aren't absolutely bombing like they will for some of you. That being said, they work for my backhand. The fact that I can get them over 300 feet is awesome, and substantially over 300 feet. That's been the big thing with these Freetails, is that they have a good stability. They're nice and understable. They have a little bit of fade at the end, so you don't have to worry about them necessarily turning over right away. One thing that I am super excited about right now is to throw them on the forehand because they feel so good for the forehand. So I'm about to throw them. This is going to be the first time I'm throwing them on the forehand, so we'll see how they deal in this wind. But I think with that little touch of stability, almost making this disc fairly neutral, I think it's going to be good and can handle a little bit of wind with some left to right crosswind here. So I'm super excited. Yeah, so those are absolutely going in the bag. Oh my word. Those flew so nice. I took caution with the first throw. I didn't want to put too much into it because I wasn't sure how the disc was going to react in the wind. A fairly soft forehand throw, it still turned and it went about 325 where the last couple Freetails on the backhand were going. Then I decided to really engage my body in the last 2 forehand throws, and those each went about 350 to 360. There's a green strip out there that's about 350 from where I'm throwing, and with a skip they went past that. So super excited. These discs fly super easy. I didn't strain throwing those whatsoever. So overall, guys, I really like the mint Freetail. I think it's an absolutely amazing disc. That being said, I actually don't think it belongs in every single person's bag. If you are a beginner and you're struggling to get 200, 250 feet of distance, I don't think that the Freetail is the right disc for you because it's not quite understable enough. Now, don't get me wrong, at higher speeds with better arm speed, better body control, this disc will turn for those kinds of players. But if you're just starting out, you're still learning the ropes on a lot of these things, and you haven't quite nailed down that bodily control and getting good snap and rotation on the disc. So a disc like the Freetail, though understable, shouldn't be in your bag. You would want something a little slower speed, something like the Storm Disc I. As you progress in your skill, if you are wanting to get into the higher speed driver, this is definitely a good one to start off getting into those kinds of distance drivers because it is a good neutral flyer at that speed. Speaking of numbers, 10 speed, certainly accurate. 6 speed, surprisingly accurate. On a lot of these throws, I was expecting the disc to kind of just drop like a lot of my other discs drop when they reach a certain distance. And this one just kept going. So I totally agree with the 6 Glide. The -3 turn I think is pretty accurate. However, I think as the disc kind of gets the out of the box newness worn off, it's going to be a little bit more understable. And I don't even mean that it's going to be beaten at that point. I just think right out of the box it's going to be a little stiffer, and then after a couple throws, couple days on the course, it'll start flying like it's more intended flight. And I do believe that the 2 fade is accurate. It does have some fade at the end. It's definitely not just going to turn into a roller if you throw it with control. And that's basically it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this review. I hope you learned something new and saw just how good the Freetail can fly. I really like it for the forehands, especially this run. It's a lot flatter. And I do like it for the backhands because it has enough understability for someone like me who kind of has a noodle arm for the backhand, all right? So thank you so much, guys, for watching. And until next time, have a great round.